Kirk Frost and Mendeecees arrested. Yes, you heard that right. Oh, two so-called kings of love and hip-hop, dragged out in handcuffs like a pair of C-list rappers who finally ran out of excuses. But hold on, before you think this was just another TV stunt cooked up for ratings, let me tell you, this wasn't part of the script. This was a raw, unfiltered disaster. The kind of meltdown you can't rehearse. The kind of scandal producers pray for and lawyers lose sleep over. Picture the scene, cameras shaking, cast members frozen. And the kind of silence that makes you wonder, was this the end of love and hip-hop as we know it? How did it come to this? Was it years of petty feuds boiling under the surface? Or maybe just two egos too big to fit on the same set? And why? Oh, why? Did the police have to storm in like it was the finale of some crime drama? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the explosive moment that turned VH1's glittery circus into a full-blown crime scene. Buckle up, because what I'm about to break down will make you question not just the show, but the empire behind it. Let's rewind the tape, shall we? Because if you think Kirk Frost and Mendeecees just magically decided to throw hands on a random Tuesday afternoon, you clearly haven't been paying attention to the dumpster fire that has been simmering behind the scenes of love and hip-hop for years. These two didn't just wake up and choose Chaoso. No. This was a slow-cooked recipe of betrayal, bruised egos, and, let's not forget, a little sprinkle of good old-fashioned VH1 toxicity. Kirk Frost, the self-proclaimed mogul who can't seem to keep himself out of scandals, has been dodging controversies like their parking tickets, from messy relationships to shady business moves. Kirk's reputation has always been less role model and more walking headline. And Mendeecees, please? The man has practically made a career out of legal run-ins and eyebrow-raising decisions. Put these two in the same room with cameras rolling, and you've basically built a bomb with a countdown timer. But here's where it gets juicy, because according to what some very brave crew members whispered, tensions had been building for weeks. Kirk allegedly felt that Mendeecees was trying to edge him out, stealing the spotlight that Kirk believes he built with his bare hands and questionable choices. And Mendeecees, word on the street is that he was tired of Kirk's "I'm the boss" attitude, especially when Kirk's empire is basically built on shaky contracts and Instagram apologies. When production forced them into yet another scene together, bad idea number one, it was only a matter of time before the volcano erupted down. Let's not pretend this is brand new behavior. Kirk has a history of blowing up when things don't go his way. Remember those on-air fights with Rashida? The tears, the walkouts, the "I'm done" moments that were about as believable as a WWE retirement speech. Exactly. And Mendeecees, he's no saint either. We're talking about a man who's been in and out of headlines for all the wrong reasons. From legal issues to questionable alliances, this wasn't just reality TV, was reality on steroids. And when the fight finally broke out, it wasn't just words, it was chaos. Fists flying, cameras shaking, producers yelling into headsets like they were directing a war documentary. Crew members scrambling, trying to figure out if they were about to film a scene or call 911. And the worst part, every second of it was being captured. Not just by the studio cameras, but by phones, bystanders, and anyone who thought, well, this might get me 1 million views on TikTok. Spoiler alert, it did. So when the police arrived, sirens blaring, boots stomping, the whole 9 yards, it didn't feel like a reality show anymore. It felt like a crime scene. Kirk and Mendeecees, two self-proclaimed kings of drama, were handcuffed and hauled out like common criminals. The set froze. The cast whispered. And for the first time, love and hip-hop wasn't just messy, it was catastrophic. And that's exactly where things went from bad to worse. That's exactly where things went from bad to worse. 'Cause if you thought Kirk and Mendeecees being dragged out in handcuffs was the climax, oh no, my friendette was just the opening act. Within minutes, leaked reports started circulating online faster than a bootleg mixtape at a gas station. Anonymous crew members claimed the altercation wasn't just about a heated argument. No, according to them, this fight was fueled by years of shady business dealings, backdoor betrayals, and even rumors of financial schemes that would make Wall Street blush. Suddenly, it wasn't just a brawl on set, it was being painted as the unraveling of an empire. One alleged production insider told a gossip blog, "Look, this wasn't about TV anymore. Kirk's been funneling money into side hustles that nobody wants to talk about, and Mendeecees finally called him out on it. Cameras rolling or not, it was bound to explode." Now, is that true? Probably not. But does the internet care about facts? Absolutely not. Fans ate it up like free samples at Costco. Hashtags popped up instantly. Set fight, Levon handcuffs, frost fists Mendeecees. Twitter threads spun wild theories. Instagram lives were buzzing with fake eyewitness accounts. And TikTok edits made it look like a Marvel fight scene with slow motion, punches, and dramatic background music. But here's the kick: our alleged documents began surfacing, showing that production had actually been warned about this exact scenario. Supposedly, legal memos from VH1's lawyers advised against putting the two men in joint scenes, citing escalating tensions and safety risks. And what did producers do? The exact opposite. Because when you're chasing ratings safety, it's just a speed bump, right? Now, those memos may or may not exist, but the narrative online had already taken root. This wasn't an accident. It was a setup, trap for the cameras. And suddenly, fans weren't just questioning Kirk and Mendeecees. They were questioning the entire machine behind love and hip-hop. Meanwhile, public reaction went nuclear. One fake fan tweet read, "I can't believe they let this happen. VH1 better be ready for lawsuits." Another claimed, "This is bigger than TV drama. This is corruption, exploitation, and pure greed." Bloggers added fuel to the fire, speculating about payoffs, cover-ups, and even secret contracts that promised bonuses if a fight broke out on set. Yes, really, according to one source, Kirk was overheard saying, "If they want a show, I'll give them a show," moments before the brawl began. Was that actually said? Curious was trending, and in the world of viral gossip, that's all that matters. And of course, the leaked footage didn't help. Grainy cell phone video showing Kirk shouting at officers, Mendeecees refusing to back down, and producers running around like extras in a disaster movie. Within an hour, it was plastered on blogs, YouTube channels, and Twitter feeds worldwide. The narrative had officially spun out of control. Fans weren't just watching, they were taking sides. Team Kirk versus Team Mendeecees. And just like that, a personal feud became a public civil war. But the fallout. Oh, the fallout was only just beginning. But the fallout. Oh, the fallout was only just beginning. Because what happens after the handcuffs click is always bigger than the fight itself. By the very next morning, Love and Hip Hop wasn't trending for its music, its drama, or even its messy love triangles. It was trending like a political scandal. Mugshots splashed across gossip blogs, blurry videos circulating like wildfire, and news anchors pretending they suddenly cared about reality television. The story had officially escaped the VH1 bubble and marched straight into mainstream headlines. Suddenly, Kirk and Mendeecees weren't just cast members, they were poster boys for when reality TV goes wrong. Legal analysts popped up out of nowhere, speculating on live television that charges could include disturbing the peace, assault, maybe even conspiracy if those leaked memos turned out to be real. One cable newscast even compared the fight to the unraveling of a toxic empire built on exploitation. Dramatic. Absolutely accurate. Probably not. Entertaining. Oh, 100%. Meanwhile, social media pressure skyrocketed. Petitions started circulating demanding VH1 cancel the season entirely, while other fans begged the network to air the footage unedited, promising it would break viewership records. Crisis managers were stuck in a twisted tug-of-war. cancel the show and lose millions, or air the footage and risk lawsuits. And then came the money talk. Sponsors reportedly pulled ads. Endorsement deals were suddenly under review. And even cast members started distancing themselves publicly. Tammy, a stylist on the show, posted, "This isn't drama. This is trauma. Prayers for everyone." Her post hit harder than any punch thrown that night. Fans reposted it like scripture, turning a stylist's Instagram into gospel truth. Meanwhile, Rashida Kirk's wife was said to be furious, pacing her house as her teenage kids begged her for answers. One insider claimed she told friends they knew this was coming. Producers lit the match and walked away. And honestly, she might have had a point. Inside VH1's boardroom, the panic was real. Executives screamed over each other, half of them insisting on pulling the plug, the other half licking their lips at the ratings bonanza waiting to happen. One exec allegedly snapped, "This is the season now. Forget the music, forget the love triangles. This fight is the storyline." And just like that, corporate greed won. Production wasn't shutting down, it was doubling down. The fight was greenlit as the anchor of the new season. Forget crisis management, this was now spin control. But while VH1 sharpened its knives, Kirk and Mendeecees were left in limbo. Out on bail, barred from contact on set, both men reportedly pacing in separate hotel rooms, vowing revenge not just on each other, but on the very machine that put them in this mess. Rumors swirled that Mendeecees was quietly lawyering up, exploring lawsuits against producers. Kirk, on the other hand, was said to be muttering to friends, "I built this. I'm not letting them take me down." And so, what began as a fight in front of cameras had ballooned into a legal circus, a PR nightmare, and a ticking time bomb for the entire franchise. So the question looms, will this scandal destroy Love and Hip Hop once and for all? Or will it catapult the show into its most jaw-dropping, record-breaking season yet? Either way, one thing is crystal clear. This was no longer just reality TV. This was war. So, what do you think? Was this an epic setup for ratings, or the downfall of Love and Hip Hop as we know it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this story is only getting messier. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next explosive update.